What's up, snarf gigglers? Yeah, that's what you're being called out, losers. JK, though. I'm done unpacking all my comic books after the move. So here's a view of the, I guess the pile. So in this room, we got all my Junji Ito horror stuff right there. The Drifting Classroom and all the Hellboy universe stuff that I have that isn't a part of the box set. Some other stuff that I've left out, like this is one of my reading piles that I have to get through. A lot of my trades are stored on this shelf right here. Some of the Omnis I don't have to put away. Some of the Omnis actually that I've already finished, I left packed up because I might move to a different room at a different date. But yeah, so all these Omnis that I finished already, they're staying there. But yeah, so that's this room. We also got this Flash poster. I don't know if I've ever actually shown that in a video. It's actually not a poster. It's like kind of like a frame thing. It's pretty sick. Anyway, so over here we got some manga. We got like the Rooster Fighter. We got like some other shit. We got this oh, sorry, I don't even know if I'll point the camera. We got Shadow over Innsmouth. We got the Elden Ring. Some other stuff. We got Bone. Everything is Fine. It's a great webtoon series that they printed. Azumanga Daioh, the whole series. So yeah, that's this room. You come into this room, we got my Marvel and DC Anatomy. The DC one's right underneath it. Marvel one's right underneath it for that. DC one's right underneath it for this. Got the DC Anatomy there. Pretty cool if you want to read about the biology of different heroes, or an encyclopedia if you want to read about the history of certain heroes. Sadly, though, there are some things excluded from both those that I wish were in there, but I mean, they're so obscure that you can't have everything. So next up, we have most of my box sets. We got the Hellboy series right there, the whole thing. Black Adam, Batman Black and White, Sandman, Kick-Ass, one of my favorite series. Swamp Thing by Alan Moore, one of my favorite series. Hellboy is also one of my favorite series. This is a master class of collections right here. Honestly, the only two underperforming box sets in terms of quality are probably the Black Adam and Batman Black and White ones. But they're still enjoyable. They're just not peak or anything. Speaking of which, I actually forgot to show you my Crisis on Infinite Earths hardcover box set. Sadly, the final volume is missing, but I also got a huge discount on it, so I'm fine with it, honestly. I'm on the first one still, but my reading list is long, as you're going to see as we continue through this video. So I also have Saga and Middle West here. Two series I both thought were okay, so that's why they're set apart from the rest of my compendiums. Anyway, I don't know why I'm zoomed in there, but over here we just have some miscellaneous books and stuff. We got The Far Side, got Fist of the North Star, all these classic collection stuff like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. We got The Breaker, which is a cool series about mafia stuff like the Yakuza and whatnot. We got the whole Homunculus series, whole Death Note series, volumes 1 through 4 of Kaiji Gambling Apocalypse, which is a gem, by the way. If you have not checked this out, there is an anime. It doesn't cover the whole series, but there is an anime, and the stopping point it leaves off on it is really good, so I would recommend it. This is some of the best high-stakes gambling series I've ever seen. It blows Kakegurui out of the water, and it's not freaky as shit like that stupid-ass series. And the main character is actually likable. She's not just some freak weirdo. We got Dragon Ball Super. I only got volumes 1 through 20. I'm going to get the superhero one soon. We got The Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. Great Dragon Ball fan story about if one guy basically plugged a controller into Yamcha and made him slightly more relevant. We got some other stuff on my reading list. I bought this because I thought it looked cool. Got some other stuff here if you care. We also got a bunch of miscellaneous like series I only have a couple volumes of. Volumes 1 through 5 of Samurai 8. Volumes 1 through 3 of Promised Neverland, which I do want to continue eventually because I heard the manga is a lot better than the show. We got volumes 1 through 3 of Overlord, which I thought was pretty good, but not enough to spend money to continue it. We got Go-Go Loser Ranger, which is a great up-and-coming series, honestly. If you haven't checked it out, I would recommend it. We got this stuff that my friend got me into, which is why I only have volumes 3 through 5, because I read 1 and 2 of his. We got all of Assassination Classroom here, which you kind of see. all of Parasite there. We got the current volume of Lock and Key that I'm on. And this wall is kind of slanted, so I'm going to crouch down here. But right here, we have all of the DC compact volumes, a lot of DC and Marvel manga, and we also have these Marvel Archie Comics digests. I have everything except Volume 5, but these things are a little kind of special to me in my collection. They're got a bit of a soft spot for them. We also got this Astro Boy Omni right here. Next up, we move over here. We got all Delicious Dungeons except Volume 14, because that's somewhere else, because I'm going to read it soon. Got Innocence 1. We got the Fable 1, which is a cool series about an assassin. It's pretty cool. I would check it out. We got Asadora. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on the channel, but it's a pretty cool series. We got Madoka Magica, which I haven't read yet, but I heard that the whole, like, give it 3 episodes before dropping it thing was started from this, so I'm excited. Plus, I also got recommended that series twice by some of my friends without even them, like, I asked 2 separate friends about it on separate occasions. They both said they loved it. Then we got all of Beastars, which is on hiatus right now, which I'm so pissed off about because it's one of my favorite series of all time. Then we got all my Superman Omnis, plus Volumes 2 and 3 of The Man of Steel. Volume 1 somewhere else because I'm reading it right now. And it'll allow me to turn this so I can show off my Superman Omnis. I got Superman Exile, the Triangle Era Omni, Volume 1. I got the Death Superman, and I got Superman by Grant Morrison. Here I just have my miscellaneous pile of DC and Marvel Omnis that aren't a part of any main universe. So we got the Aliens, Monsters, Ex Machina, Preacher, and He-Man Master of the Universe, which I'm like almost halfway through right now. Then we got the Batman by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. This would be a little bit bigger if I added the I just did a review on them. You know what I'm talking about. The ones the Scott... Is it Snyder? I feel like that's wrong, but whatever. The volumes 1 and 2 of that I just finished. But I left them packed up because I finished reading them, so might move them, like I said. Got my Doom Patrol stuff. Got the Bronze Age. I got the Grant Morrison and Rachel Pollack. I'm thinking of this Nancy Collins because this is my Swamp Thing stuff. I got Bronze Age, got Nancy Collins. I got the New 52 too, but I finished it, so it's packed up. I also got the hardcover of Doom Patrol by Jared Way, I think that's pronounced. I haven't read that yet, but I'm excited to. And then over here, we got my Green Lantern pile. I have volumes 1 through 3 of the Jeff Johns, but I already finished them, so they're packed up. But I got the 2 Silver Age Green Lanterns, and I'm over halfway through volume 1, and it's awesome. Underrated, by the way. If you like Silver Age stuff, I recommend checking it out. I also got the Green Lantern Corps Omni. Haven't started yet, but I'm excited to. And over here, we got my single character stack, I guess, or just miscellaneous, because if I had a separate stack for each character, if they only had like 1 Omni, then I'd have a lot of different stacks, and it's just not efficient for space. So I got the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which I'm reading through right now. I'm about a third of the way through that. I got Micronauts, Morbius, Howard the Duck, the old stuff. I read the Chip Zdarsky run, and I thought it was all right. But it was, quick hot take on the Chip Zdarsky run. It was trying too hard to be Animal Man by Grant Morrison. So it's my hot take there. Found too many similarities between the series. I feel like the Animal Man by Grant Morrison did the whole meta concept infinitely better. But I also got Fourth World by Jack Kirby, Infinity Saga, and I got the ROM Omnibus. And over here we got my Wolverine pile Omnibus. My Omnibus pile. I got volumes 3, 4, and 5 there. I already finished volumes 1 and 2. I got Hulk by Peter David, volumes 1 through 4 there, and the Immortal Hulk. I got the Silver Age X-Men volumes 1 and 2, Uncanny X-Men volume 1, and the X-Men, the animated series, the adaptations omnibus right there on top. Then I got the New Warriors volume 1 and 2 there. I finished volume 1 and I loved it, so I'm excited to start volume 2. I got all 5 of my Moon Knight Omnis right here. And I've read all of them except these 2. I haven't started these yet, but I've read these 3, and I loved them all. Moon Knight's one of my favorite Marvel characters, definitely. We got a Green Lantern Jeff Johns Omni that I haven't put away yet because I'm going to pack it back up. We got Flash by Jeff Johns, which I haven't started yet. We got Doctor Strange Omni Silver Age and Harley Quinn Omni Volume 1. We got the Spider-Man Silver Age and the Spider-Man vs. Venom and the Volume 1 of the Clone Saga Omnis right there. We got a lot of my Valiant hardcovers. I got Exo Manowar 1, I got Quantum and Woody 1 and 2, I got Harbinger 1, I got Divinity. And I also have a Harbinger Wars compendium right there, along with my Grendel Omnibus Volumes 1 and 2, Incorruptible, Irredeemable, and Insufferable. I've read Irredeemable and Incorruptible, but Insufferable I'm excited to start. Here we have my miscellaneous DC compendium stack, basically for stuff that's out of the main universe in the DC universe. Then I have my kind of a miscellaneous stack, but it's basically stacked based on the paper quality of it because they are lower paper quality, which I actually prefer. Hot take in the comic book scene, I prefer much lower quality paper because it's not as heavy. Like, do you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have ever moved in your Omni collectors, but moving all that was not fun. So anything that makes it lighter, I'm a huge appreciator of. And also sometimes the freaking Omnis give me bloody streaks on my thighs. Not actually bloody in the British way. Just from how freaking heavy they are on my lap when I'm reading them. We also got Starman Compendiums Volume 1 and 2, Top 10 and Tom Strong right there. We got Cerebus Volumes 1, 2, and 3, High Society and Church and State 1. We got a lot of Dune books over here because I'm just getting into the Dune series. My dad loved them, so he bought me all those. We got the Savage Dragon Archives. I think it's Volume 1 through 9. Yeah, Volume 1 through 9 right there. Got the Milestone Compendiums, Volumes 1 through 3. We got a lot of my library editions and deluxe hardcovers right here. So I have read some of these. I've read these two, and I've read that one, but haven't read the rest of these. I read Volume 1 of a trade paperback of Ascender in a hotel lounge, believe it or not. It was on a bookshelf there, so that's what actually put me onto that, believe it or not. Kind of a crazy place for that to be, honestly, but it was sick. I'm excited to start everything that I haven't read here, honestly. I've heard raving reviews about pretty much everything here. Next over here, we got my Image Comics compendium pile, basically. Just a various Image Comics compendiums. I got Akira Volumes 1 through 5. Got From Hell by Adam Moore, which is about Jack the Ripper, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I haven't read that yet. I just got Secret War lingering there, mainly because I haven't found a place for it. I got all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure parts 1 through 4, and the first 3 volumes of part 5. And the only reason I actually stopped collecting it was just because I ran out of storage space on my shelf, not even because I think the series fell off or anything. Although, hot take, the series did fall off, but it was on part 7. None of the characters were likable and the story was too slow paced. That's my hot take. But yeah, I stopped reading it at like chapter 50 or something. Couldn't really get into it. Anyway, we got all my One Punch Man right here. I think that's everything that's out on One Punch Man for right now. It's volume 28 down there. Oh yeah. Over here, we got all of Mob Psycho 100. We got manga by In Theory and Practice by Hirohiko Araki, and also Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe Volume 1. And we also got my, probably, might even be my favorite series in the collection. We got all of Dragon Ball Z right here in the Viz Big Editions, and all of regular Dragon Ball, which is kind of hit or miss IMO, but it's got some great arcs. It's got its ups and downs, honestly. Characters are way too freaky, though. That's not really a hot take, though. Everyone knows that. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything so far. You got my Dune box set right there, and my Maze Runner box set. And, yeah, that's about everything. So, you know, it's pretty nice having unpacked everything. But, man, was that exhausting, unpacking all that shit. I also got a couple of Shonen Jumps in there. I got one English one back when they used to print them in the US, which is a real shame they stopped doing, because they stopped doing that like a few years after I was born. And I would have loved to hop on that train if I was just born in that generation. Hope they start doing it again. Then I got 2 Japanese ones when I was trying to learn Japanese in a phase. But honestly, didn't have anyone to practice with. And the language is super complex, so I only know very basic phrases. But yeah, that's basically the new library tour, I guess, if you could even call it that. I mean, the stairs leading up to the upstairs where I'm standing in are pretty slim, so carrying up actual some of those bigger bookcases would be a bit of a struggle. Oh yeah, another thing. There's some things I forgot to show you. I have my Before Watchmen omnibus right there. My Deadpool classic, and by Deadpool, I don't know I don't remember, but we also got the Gwenpool one. And then right here, we got Alita Battle Angel volumes 1 through 5. I still haven't read volume 5, so I haven't bought 6 to finish off the series, but I really got to soon. Got Monk Theater by Akira Toriyama. There's honestly some gems in there, not gonna lie. Got Vagabond 1. I finally found volumes 2 and 3 in Barnes & Noble and picked them up, and I'm currently reading volume 2. The artwork is amazing in Vagabond. It's honestly comparable to Berserk in terms of artwork. So if you haven't checked out Vagabond and you're a huge sucker for like high quality art like that, I'd recommend it. The story is also really good. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's basically about 2 wandering Ronins. And it's mainly about this guy, but it's also somewhat about his friend a little bit too. We got Why the Last Man here, crossover, God Country. And we also got some light novels that I read. Oh yeah, and we also got Solo Leveling all the way over there. Whole series. Favorite light novel series. It's amazing. If you are not willing to read an actual book, first of all, please do, geez. But they came out with a comic book format for this, so I recommend picking that up. It's in full color. Oh, another thing I forgot to show you. This is my DC compendium stack that is in universe stuff. So this technically isn't a compendium, but it's like around that size, so I just stacked it on here. We got the New 52 one, Robin, Tim Drake. We got the Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. We got Batman Beyond, Sandman Mystery Theater, Nightwing, and Lobo. So, yeah. We also got all of Invincible. Every Spawn compendium except Volume 6, which I'm excited to get. We got all of The Walking Dead there. We also got Usagi Yojimbo, which, by the way, if you currently are reading Vagabond and you've never picked out Usagi Yojimbo, I highly recommend it. These thick, soft cover formats, they're only like, if I remember correctly, they're only around like $25 each because it isn't black and white. And Usagi Yojimbo, I feel like, has better writing than Vagabond in certain parts. I don't want to, turn that into a whole debate, but Usagi Yojimbo has great writing, very similar setting to Vagabond. So if you like the setting of that story, you'll probably like Usagi Yojimbo. I'm about halfway through volume 2 right now. Anyway, this is the real end of my tour after I showed you everything I forgot to show you the first time I said that. Also, be looking forward to my Silver Age X-Men Omnibus Volume 1 review, because I'm over halfway through that, and honestly, the series gets way too much shit just because it's Silver Age. Y'all, it is underrated, but you'll hear more about that in my review, because depending on what I read next, that's probably going to be my very next one. To be completely honest, though, I mean, like, I might just drop a manga review or 2 in between, because manga is just a lot faster to finish, because they use a lot more art storytelling. They're not very wordy. So, I mean, with Silver Age X-Men, it can be a little bit harder to get through. But I haven't been reading it a lot because I've been busy unpacking everything. But now that I'm finally done, I'm going to get back to it. So stay tuned for that, guys. Anyway, see ya.
My mom died and all I got was this free churro.